Decent blessings, everyone. How you all doing today? My name is Rashad Staten, and I proudly serve as the Youth Engagement Specialist for Baltimore City Public Schools. Welcome to Youth Voice Amplified. So without further ado, I want to sit back, I want to relax with you all and see the Media Rhythm Institute host Youth Voice Amplified with some amazing guests. So let's all give a virtual round of applause and a virtual shout out to Media Rhythm Institute and our guests, and we'll go from there. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's enjoy ourselves. Remember, you are not just up now, you are not just up next, but you are who we need you to be at the moment.
Yeah. Hey, Rashad, thank you, man. That's the way to start it off. First, I would like to thank everybody for tuning in and having this conversation today is very key, very important. I am Jimmy Thomas. I am the principal of the Media Rhythm Institute, where we teach young people STEM through a hip hop lens. Rashad went over pretty much everything what we do today. You're going to see some of our young people who are future entertainment and media moguls. You know, you got to put in those 10,000 hours in order to master anything. And today, our young people who are taking these classes online are going to be able to talk to people who are in the field that they want to work in. And that's what has me excited today. So we have people from Baltimore, Florida, Virginia, all of that in our classes. And it's just a great opportunity for our young people to be able to talk to these young professionals that's in the music and entertainment industry. Why is that important? It's important because me as an educator, you know, I'm teaching them every day in class or online. But to be honest with you, with these young people, especially middle school and high school, once you hit 25, you're old head. Me and Nori hear that every day. But guess what? They pick up that information. Today, we got some young people to talk to our young people who are in the industry, and we are so excited. So with that said, I'd like to bring on my co-host for today. Before we start the interviews, I met this young lady when we were touring with Curators of Hip Hop in Tennessee, Chattanooga. She hosted us at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. She was a great host there. Since then, she has been in 3 markets. She's a radio personality. She's been in Tennessee, Chattanooga. She's been in North Carolina, and now she's here in Maryland, working at a radio station. And doing this is just amazing. COVID-19 gave us the opportunity to work with her. So with that said, everybody, welcome my co-host for the day, which is Nori Nori.
Well, hello. Thank you. I'm seeing claps on the screen. I appreciate it. Mr. Jimmy Thomas, what can I say? It is an honor to work alongside with you and work with these scholars. And I'm just happy to be here. You know, one of the things that's important is to make sure that we lean in and that we support the youth. And one of the ways that we do that is by making sure that we showcase their talent and their skills. They've been working very diligently with the Media Rhythm Institute program. And I'm so proud of these young scholars that are about to kind of take over and show you their skills and what they've learned and connect with other professionals in this business. Again, we're building media moguls. And to echo everything that Mr. Thomas said, this is really about them. It's about giving them a platform to sharpen their skill. Iron sharpens iron. And so I'm just excited to be here. So as a media professional myself, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our MRI scholar. Her name is Tatiana. She is amazing. She has her YouTube channel. She's going to be, you know, talking and sharing her lifestyle. She's going to talk about fashion. She's going to talk about all of these things on her own platform. But one of the things that she's also going to be is a fantastic interviewer. And she's going to be interviewing personality Mr. Jay Hill. One thing I like about Jay Hill, he is a consummate professional. I mean, he is an influencer. He's a brand ambassador. He's been out here putting in the work. So we have 2 scholars, 2 amazing people that's been out here working and grinding, and they're about to connect and peel back the layers in their interview. So without further ado, MRI scholar Tatiana, the platform is yours.
Hi, everybody. I would like to get started with my first question, Mr. Jay Hill. How do you maintain everything that you do? Because the information, like the biography that I've seen of you, you do a lot. And knowing myself, it's really, really, like with my YouTube channel that I want to start, and between schoolwork, it's going to be hard for me to maintain everything that I would like to do. Sometimes I'm going to get frustrated. So how do you maintain it all?
Honestly, Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
right. Well, honestly, it's really not how. It's a matter of it not being a choice, if that makes sense. And I'm trying to be as candid as possible because like it's not really a choice. When I was in school, I had to go to school. I had to get good grades. Before I went to college, I looked at things as choices. So I wanted to play football at a collegiate level. In order to play at a collegiate level, you got to be in college, right? So when I was in high school, I knew I had to get good grades to go to college so I could play football. Now that I'm in the media realm or the industry, whatever you want to call it, I know it's things that I need to do to be successful, and it's other things that I need to do to keep my household and keep my family happy. So I have to spend time with my lady. You know what I'm saying? I have to spend time with my stepdaughter. I have to put in the work to study so I know what I'm talking about when I'm having interviews. It's just things that it's not really a choice. It's not really a choice. So when people ask me how, it's like it's really a harder question for me because I don't think I have a choice but to get it done. Because if I don't get it done, the only thing you have when you come in this word and you leave out is your name and your word, and I don't want to mess up my name or my word in between. So in between, I always do the best that I can do to make my name look good. If that answers your question.
Right. Thank you so much. So my second question that I have for you will be, why did you decide to become a communication specialist? Like, what
Uh,
made you want to start that?
um, uh, you know, it started when I was at Morgan, and I saw that my collegiate football career it was slowing down. It was coming to an end, and I had actually got kicked out of school. And when I got kicked out of school, I was watching a guy named King Flexer. He went to Morgan. He was hosting a step show, and I just thought it was cool. And I just always wanted to host and be in front of people. And I never really wanted to like interview people because I thought I was cool. I wanted to be getting interviewed, and I just didn't quote unquote care about what other people had going on for some odd reason. And the young lady, she also went to Morgan named Raven Paris, had a radio show, and she was like doing auditions, and somebody was like, "Hey, you should give it a try." And I did an audition, and then ever since then it was something that I like to do. I like to peel layers back. I like to pick people's brains, and then it always it's like you always reinventing yourself, and you always learning more and more about a day, about in your lifetime. So as I started getting better in my interviews, I understood that I had a platform, and then I could talk to people about things that's not being talked about. I could talk about manhood. I could talk about the struggle, and people would listen because if the person that I'm interviewing is interested enough to have a big following, if I had their attention, then people are going to follow what I'm asking them, and they're going to be light is going to be shedded on bigger problems. And from there, it just was like you can make the world better like this, and it was just dope that I could actually influence people and change their mind or have them think the way I wanted them to think if it was a positive way, if that makes sense.
Okay. So on that note, who inspired you to be great, to be who you are today?
um, I, I always was taught. My mom's inspired me, so I'll answer that like that. My mom's, she always taught me to be self motivated. She said once you give your motivation to somebody else, you allow them to strip it away with their presence or not. So once they leave, the absence of their presence then makes you unmotivated or not motivated as much. So when people ask me that question, the first thing I want to say is myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I wake up in the morning, I have to look myself in the mirror every day. You know what I'm saying? I can't look to nobody else to be great. So like, but to dig deeper into that, it was my mom's. Seeing her struggle, seeing her raise me, just in the projects and doing what she had to do to really help me be successful was just all the inspiration that I needed. And from there, it was just like, man, I'm gonna do it because my mom's did it with nothing, with little to no resources.
Right. Okay. Yes. So also the biography that I have seen from like all the information that I got on you, I saw that you have a lot of fans and you get a lot of views. And how did you build all of that? How were you able to get yourself out there to start gaining more followers and gaining such a big audience?
Not being afraid to try something new, always reinventing yourself. And at one point in time, I used to think that I used to hate the word jack of all trades. I always thought that you should be focused on one thing, and you should perfect that. And then I learned as I went on that some things look different, but it's all the same as long as your purpose aligned. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I first started hosting, it was like I just want to host. I didn't want to do interviews. But then I started doing interviews, and my purpose is to touch people and motivate people. And I'm like, I still can motivate people with interviewing bigger artists. That expands my range and my reach. Then from there, it was like I started to learn how to shoot behind the camera because I didn't have the money to pay videographers or photographers, so I had to start purchasing different cameras and things like that. But to answer your question, it was just not being afraid to try something new, not being afraid to expand my horizon. You know what I'm saying? Like and with that comes different audiences. So people might think that I get a lot. So at one point in time, I was real heavy in my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, when I crossed at Morgan. So I got a lot of supporters from that because I was real heavy in it, and everything I do, I take it really serious, and I want to be perfect at it. I want to be that guy. I want to be the person that everybody looks at. So when I was a Q, I went really, really hard at being a Q. Some people said it was too much. When I became a host, I went really, really hard at being a host, and you just grab audiences from each place that you're doing, and I think that's how my audience grew.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to make sure I'm not afraid to get myself out there, like you said, because I would love to get myself out there so I can grow my audience just like you. But that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for your time. I enjoyed everything that I learned. Back to you, Miss Nori.
Oh my goodness. I'm so proud. Yes, Tatiana. Thank you so much, Jay Hill, for sharing your wisdom and knowledge with our audience. Tatiana, superb. You did
She did great.
Job.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was
going
great.
into Auntie, Jimmy. I'm going into Auntie.
Hey, look, I'm trying to be quiet. Over here. Yo, Tati. Hey, yeah. Hey, man. Thanks, man. Yo, these are jewels, man. We appreciate you, Jay Hill, man. Yo, yes. Let's go.
No problem.
All right, we're going to keep it moving. I'm really excited about this next MRS scholar, DJ Centillo, a.k.a. Mr. Emmanuel. He's interviewing a phenomenal woman, FAMU grad, and I'm really excited. She is an artist. She is an educator. She's a songwriter. Her music is streaming on all the platforms. So, of course, I want you to check her out and enjoy her music. But now we get to peel back the layers and get to know her a little bit more. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Emmanuel, a.k.a. DJ Centillo.
All right. Hello. My name is Emmanuel, a.k.a. DJ Centillo. I am interviewing Mrs. Hukamil.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and before we get into your interview, DJ, I just want to say Tatiana had said at the end of her interview with Jay, she said, okay, so that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. I got to jump out. I have to be not afraid to jump out there. Tatiana, you already just did an interview you already just interviewed somebody. I want you to know that you've already jumped out there. Don't think that it's what you have to do. You're already doing it. So I just wanted you to know that you're already doing your dream. Okay, girl?
Thank you.
I'm ready.
Okay, so I got a question.
All right, I have the answer.
My first question is, what inspired you? Kind of like what inspired you to get up to where you are now? Like what kept you going?
All right, so what inspired me to get up to where I am now, which is where I am now. So really how I was inspired because I have a friend who does music still, and I would go to the studio with him and he would say, can you do a hook? Can you sing a chorus? Because I can kind of hold the tune, and I would do it, right? And then really what it was hearing the song back, just hearing that I wrote those words and that, you know what I'm saying, I put my touch on it, and now I'm hearing myself back. I just kind of really enjoyed being able to write something down, write it to a beat, and then lay it down on top of music, and then I get to play it back. And it's me, and it was all my creation. So I was really inspired kind of by just the sense of that this music is my creation. It's something that I create. You know what I'm saying? It's something that nobody else does it for me. I write my own music. I write my songs, and I'm just, I listen to my music still, and I'm kind of like, wow, I really did that. So that's what inspires me, and what, has gotten me to where I am. Just being able to continuously writing my own stuff, you know, and trying to be better than what I was the day before.
Same here. Everybody got something they got to complete. They got to get better and better. All right. So my second question is, who supported you on your way here? Like, who are your allies?
Oh, who supported me? Who are my allies? I'll say I have obviously I have a close knit set of friends, and so my friends are behind me 1,000%. That's like the group chat friends. You know, you got a group chat, right, DJ?
Yep.
Right. So the group chat, but then I also live with my best friend, who has been my best friend since first grade, and she is with me literally. I mean, we live together, so we're with each other a lot of the time. But she will come in my room when I'm practicing. She will let me play the song over and over and over and over and over again in the car. She does not get tired. So her, my family, I have 2 sisters who really root for me. My youngest sister comes to the studio with me. My parents are kind of warming up to it. You know, I think my mom is a little more supportive than my dad. But I mean, my dad is also a pastor. So, you know, he might think that, you know, the music endeavor is something, it's just different. It's just a different role. But then also like Mr. J. Hill, I'm a Delta. I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and I have a lot of line sisters. So they listen to my music, they push my music, you know what I'm saying? So just having people around you who motivate you. I have DJs, I have friends who believe in me. One of my engineers, the guy who I work with, who produces my music, he really believes in me. So, you know, just having that community around you who really push you and inspire you to keep going, because it always feels good for somebody to give you a pat on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You always got to have somebody there to push you forward.
Always.
All right. So my next question is, what messages do you want your listeners to take away from your music?
What messages do I want my listeners to take away from my music? I want my listeners to know that I'm real, you know. I want my listeners to know that I'm a regular person. I don't really rap about flashy stuff. That's also, if you know, for people who are listening, I am a rapper. I'm not a singer. I'm a rapper, and I try to rap about my life. You know what I'm saying? I try to rap about what I go through. Like I'll sprinkle in that I'm a teacher. I'll sprinkle in that I'm a coach every now and then. You know, I just want them to know to be true to yourself. You know, I tell people all the time, if you're looking for out the mud, trenches rap, struggle rap, that's not me, because that's not who I am. That's not where I come from. So I just try to tell my story as best as I can, you know?
Mm-hmm. I understand that completely. So my question is, I have one more question. How has like your education impacted your life?
How's my education impacting my life? Well, I think I'll say from K through 12 that from K through 12 I had a good education. But also another thing for you guys, I'm speaking with students. So I went K through 12, and then I went to college. I went to Florida A&M University. Okay, that's where I went, in Tallahassee, Florida, FAMU, and that choosing to go to FAMU changed my life. Like it really did. It's far away from home. The 3 things that made me go down there, I wanted to get far away from
Rewind.
home. Rewind.
What'd you say, fam? You did what?
FAMU changed my life.
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, FAMU changed my life. That's what happened. And so FAMU changed my life. So I went down there with this in mind. I wanted to go to an HBCU. I wanted to go far away from home, and I wanted to go to school with a good volleyball program because I was a student athlete, right? And just like Mr. J. Hill said, you had to have good grades to play in college. Now, granted, I walked onto the team, but that was because, like I just told my girl Tatiana, you have to just believe in yourself. You got to jump. You got to think that you're able to do it. You know what I'm saying? This is a D1 school. It's not the big, huge, you know what I'm saying, Penn State volleyball, but it's still D1. But I still said to myself, I was good enough in high school, I can do it. So I did that, and then I ended up stopped doing volleyball, and then I was really able to be in the school. You know what I'm saying? So FAMU was more than school. We called each other family, right? So like family with the U, family. So I mean, the people, I'm good in any city. If I ever get stranded in Seattle, Washington, I will have some place to stay. If I ever get stranded in San Antonio, Texas, I will have some place to stay. College was really one of the greatest experiences of my life. And I encourage you and Tatiana and any other young person that's on this call to please go to college for the experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So with that being said, I'm going to turn it back to Mr. Jimmy from MRI.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for dedicating yourself to being here.
Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. I mean, it's really not like you could really be out doing a whole bunch of other stuff right now, but if it wasn't that time, you could be doing a lot of other stuff right now. So I appreciate you for staying true to your dreams and being here with us. So thank you.
Absolutely. Good job, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Man, good job. Boy, I'm happy, boy. Air hug, boy. Air hug. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Hey,
yeah, yeah,
could I
I'm
yeah.
in on that.
Hey,
could I add
listen.
something?
Absolutely.
To what Camille said, definitely go to a college, but man, I want to encourage you to go to a HBCU.
Oh yeah,
It's
facts.
it's like she said, it changes your life for
Yep.
real.
It changes your life. It
Why
gives you a
why is
network
that, J
that
Hill?
you
Why
never.
is that?
Um, you know, ah, so I don't want to be ignorant, but I went to a PWI school at first, and I never forget having the conversation with my guidance counselor. And I was asking him what's a better school because we always want to know what's the best school to go to, and he was
Right.
like, who do you see yourself working around? And when he asked me that, he said, "Do you see yourself working around predominantly white people?" And I'm like, "Not really." And he was like, "Well, if you don't see yourself working around predominantly white school, then why are you here? Because this isn't going to get you to where you would want to be or where you see yourself." So that's just my opinion. And it's like you said, it's like a family, man. It's you get fun, you get taught to be a grown up because the one thing that everybody complain about is the one thing that makes you better. Like FAFSA and financial aid office, like you got to be on top of it. You know what I'm saying? But it teaches you
That's
responsibility. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
all
So
that.
it's dope.
But when you find that auntie in the financial aid office,
Right. You
boy,
good.
you good, boy. Come
So
on
I'm
back
gonna
in the back, baby.
Right.
give him my reasons for why I agree with Jay and saying to go to the HBCU. Because you're not just a number. You're not just a number. You're not going to have to be a part of the Black Student Union at the university. It's cool. Everybody there is the Black Student Union. Okay? It's like, it's family. I mean, when things happen, it's just different. Like, I really want you to experience it. And I don't know if you go to a predominantly Black high school or middle school. I'm not sure the age range. I decided to go to an HBCU because I'm from Columbia, so I'm out of a very diverse area, and I wanted to know what it was like to go to school with Black. You know what I'm saying? And I do not regret it. I'm telling you, the two of you, uh, it- the name. I'm sorry,
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. Please, I'm sorry, Emmanuel. Emmanuel,
It's okay.
please find an HBCU that works for you, that you feel like you can be a part of, and please, I'm telling you that it's your best bet. Now I'm gonna say it's FAMU, but I mean do your own research.
Yeah. And just a little tad bit. I am the college recruitment chair for the Greater Baltimore chapter of FAMU, so we
You
already
heard it.
locked. This is matriculation. We already locked.
You heard it.
Y'all could visit Coppin. We love you. That's family. Y'all can
Right.
visit Morgan. That's family. But we gonna send you home. We gonna send you home to get away. You heard, change your life. Change your life. All right, look, hey, man, this is feeling real good, man. I'm so glad y'all are on here. I really love y'all personality because a lot of times, me and Nora, we do this. We meet a lot of different people, a lot of different places. Rashad, you really pick, good panelists to come in and talk to our young people and have these conversations. This is key. I also want to throw out there that my man Emmanuel is a producer as well. So, you need some beats. Holla at my man, tell him what you need. We're gonna make that happen because it's about continue to make those strides going forward. So with that said, I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Nora. I'm feeling real good right now.
I know the energy is absolutely electric. I want to give kudos back to Emmanuel as well, producer, gamer. You see the game chair. He ain't playing no game. He showed up ready, And so I'm really, really proud. You did a fantastic job. I love that you were just really into it. Camille, what can I say? You are just a personality and a ball of energy. Thank you for
Thanks,
making
y'all.
this process with our good friend and scholar Emmanuel. He was comfortable, very relaxed, and I love to see it. I really and truly love to see it. All right, so listen, we're gonna keep this HBCU love flowing. I'm excited. Our MRI scholar that's coming up next Atia, aka DJ Queen Alien. I have to tell you, she is just an absolute joy to be a part of the MRI program. She is out here. She's been working. She's been making it happen. And not only that, she is just up and coming. You are going to see her again because she's DJing all over the DMV. I'm speaking that into existence because that's how she gets. So she is definitely one to look out for. But she's interviewing another fantastic guy that's been holding it down, Brooklyn-born celebrity DJ, respected male organizer. You know, we love him in the DMV. A good friend of mine. We also are Radio 1 family. He's at 92Q. I'm at Magic Baltimore. Without further ado, we have Atia, aka DJ Queen Alien, and she will be interviewing DJ Flow.
Dope. Can everybody?
There she goes.
Okay. She can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Cause I can't see. I'm on the phone, so I can't see her. I just hear her. But hey, how you doing?
Hi. So I want to ask you a few questions today.
Okay.
Okay. So my first question is, how did you know that you wanted to be a DJ?
Man, that's a long story. I'm gonna make it short. I went to Morgan State University at HBCU. My time there, my freshman year, I was the party promoter. I used to promote for this company called the Union. That's where I met Jay Hill actually when he was in high school. And Jay Hill used to promote college parties when he was in high school. But at my time there, just being very transparent with you, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was promoting to live in this house for free. At the time, my mom could afford like tuition, but we couldn't do room and board. So this guy named Justin Hunt took me under his wing and he basically cut a deal with me. He was like, yo, you can live in this house for free as long as you promote. So I'm like, shoot, that's a good, it's a good deal. Like I ain't gotta pay no rent. All I gotta do is just bring people out. So my first year it went good. Then the second year it went great. But after a while, you start smartening it up. And then I met a young fella named Keenan. So me and Keenan used to live in the basement together, the Keenan system. We used to live in a basement together, no lie. We had a television, but we had a DVD player. We didn't have like no internet, nothing. But we had one DVD, and the one DVD was House Party. So me and Keenan literally watched House Party every night before we went to sleep to practice the Kid and Play dance and to do the whole like aesthetic. So as time was going on, we weren't making as much money because we're just promoting in order to live in the house. But the guy who was owning the house was making a boatload of money. Like I'm talking about, we bringing 2,000 people, we making $30,000, $40,000. So me and Keenan sitting there like, yo, we can't be making this guy rich. Like we doing the calculations, like, yo, we could be paying our rent and still have money left over. So Keenan basically was like, yo, Flo, what you think about being a DJ and a host at Kid and Play? And I was like, I'm with it. I've always been around DJs because I was a promoter. So I've always been around DJs. Those were my friends at the time. At Morgan, we had DJ KI, DJ Reem, DJ Buddha. DJ P Drama was the OG. DJ Little Mike was the OG at the time. Quicksilver, same thing. DJ Reds was around as well. And they used to just give us game. So I didn't have a laptop, only had a hard drive. And I used to steal music from people. I used to beg people to use their laptop. When people weren't looking or they went to the bathroom, I used to jump on and try to DJ for 2 seconds. And when I did that the first time, I fell in love with being able to change people's moods. So when you play a song and people be like, oh, that feeling shocked me so much that I was like, yeah, this is it. This is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. This is it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for the long answer, but yeah, long answer.
Okay, so my next question is, who inspires you?
I would say my mom, because she's a OD hustler. My mom's a single parent. She had me when she was 17 years old. She didn't even get to go to her high school graduation or prom or any of that. No, that she was able to go away to school because she had a kid. And then she had another kid at 18. So she's 19 years old, 2 kids, off rip. And she made it happen. Now she's a doctor. She's Zeta. She owns a empowerment center. And she dealt with a whole bunch of stuff with a whole bunch of men and was able to go through. I used to sleep at SGA meetings My mom used to, when we were old enough, she went to college. So she's like 26 years old, SGA president. And anybody who go to HBCU, you know, you probably would laugh at a 26-year-old HBCU president. SGA president. You probably, that's not something that you would just see, like somebody that old wanting to be a part of, but she was trying to live her youth. So I used to be in classrooms. I used to be SGA meetings. I was a part of the SGA low key, like as a kid. So for Kingsborough Community College in New York. And yeah, my mom, but professionally, I would say Funk Flex. He was the first DJ that I saw not only DJ on air, and that's when I fell in love with radio. I used to mimic him. Used to 1-800-223-9797, Hot 97. I used to mimic him all day, and then he was the first DJ that I saw with a TV show and shoes and magazines and the internet, the first DJ with an app, and he's always been ahead of the curve. So I was like, yeah, Funk Flex and my mother. Those are the first two.
Okay. So how did you come up with your name?
I want to say the story because kids on here. His kids on. All right, so look.
Censor for the children, Flo.
I got you. I'm about to censor it. I was in my room one day, chilling. My mom surprised me from New York. Mind you, I was in Baltimore at the time. So my mom surprised me. So she like busts in my door. Like, what you got going on? I had company. Right? So my mom was like, who you think you are? You must think you got all the flow. And I was like, yeah, it's over. My name is DJ Flo. I said, yeah, it's over. My name is DJ Flo. And my mom, but I lie to people and let them know that my last name is Flowers. So it condenses to Flo. So that's my lie. So people don't know the real story. But yeah, it's because my mom, she gave me that story because she caught me in a compromising position. So that's how I got it. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy.
Okay. So do you remember your very first gig? And if
Yeah.
so, what was
My very first gig was August 8th, 2009. It was at this spot called The Den. Unlike black colleges, white colleges are able to have clubs on their campus. John Hopkins had a club on their campus, like a real club. And it was called The Den. I went there previously the week before, and it was just a good time. But I realized they were playing music through like Apple Music. So I just approached them like, look, I'm a new DJ. I'm trying to get on. If y'all want, I will come here and DJ for free. Mind you, I don't have a laptop. I don't have anything. So I asked my man, yo, let me borrow your laptop. I'm on Virtual DJ. It's not even a real DJ program for real. And I'm on Virtual DJ. And I get there, and I'm terrible. This is how I know I'm terrible. I play a song, but now as a DJ, I understand when you download a song, you should listen to it. You should go through it, make sure it's a good quality. You know what I'm saying? I play a song, and it happens to be an ad because I got it from LimeWire. So it wasn't a real song. It was like, please vote for Hillary Clinton, blah, 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 in the middle of a party. So everybody looking at me, I'm thinking it's Lucky You Buck. I don't know nothing about waveforms and all of this. I'm just trying to get out there. I was terrible. But yeah, August 9th, The Den at John Hopkins, 2009, my first gig ever. But yeah, thank God for practice and consistency.
okay, that was a very interesting story.
I got 1,000 of those stories, man. But they all shape you up to who you're gonna be. You're gonna fall into some situations where you mess up. You're gonna fall into some situations where you're gonna be embarrassed. You're gonna fall into some situations where you fail. But at least I'm fearful enough to put myself in that situation to fail. Because you can actually win. And when you win, you're gonna win big.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna win big. When you actually win, you're gonna win
Right.
big. So just don't be scared to fail. Anybody on here, don't be scared to fail. The moment if your goals do not scare you, they're not big enough.
Mm.
So at any moment that you are scared, that's how you know you're doing something good enough. If I'm not scared of the failure, I'm not even doing it because it's not big enough for me then. I got to be shook. I got to be trembling. If I'm not trembling, it's not worth it for me. But I like that feeling though. It made me work harder. Real talk.
Okay. Okay, so have there ever been times where you wanted to give up?
Yeah, several times. Um, when I was coming up, I told you I was terrible at DJing. There was a big time host at the time. His name was J Hill. What was Black? The host, Buckshot.
Buckshot.
Buckshot. It was a big host at the time. He was huge at the time, named Buckshot. He put up a post on Facebook and said, DJ Flow is the worst DJ I ever heard. Why New York is here in Baltimore. The post had like 500 comments. And this is the time when Facebook's not even that popping to have 500 comments. It wasn't even lit at the time. I'm like 20 years old, 21 years old, real young. He probably in his 40s, a vet. And that was one of the times that I probably felt the most vulnerable or embarrassed. And I had to make a conscious decision with myself whether I want to keep doing this and put my face back out there because the whole Baltimore think I'm trash and I'm a New Yorker and it's just so much. But I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna let them beat me. There's no way I'm gonna let a person like Buckshot, you know, get me out the paint. No way. But now Buckshot gotta listen to me on the radio and say, yo, good job, bro. So it's the game. I like it. It's the game. Facts. Yeah, definitely. Several times.
Keep going.
Um, I I much rather put myself through hell than to make somebody else be like, yeah, I'm the reason I made him quit.
Mm.
I rather put myself through the worst. I don't care what I got to do. If somebody told me you got to run 100 miles and do 1,000 push-ups, I'd rather go until my arms fall off until somebody feels satisfied that I quit. I don't want nobody happy that I quit because there's people out there who's going to be happy that you quit, that you're not doing what you're doing anymore. It's people out there that are going to applaud because they're fearful of doing it, so they're going to project their fears on you. So like me, that's what keep me going. No hater gonna be like, yeah, we got him. We hated him on the spot. We got him. Nobody. So yeah, I rather Nori would tell you I get in trouble a lot. Cause I challenge
Yes.
everybody. Cause I
Yes.
challenge I push everything to the brink. Jay Hill will tell you. I push everything to the limit. So before somebody else is satisfied by me quitting, I'd rather put myself through the most. And that's what keep me going. Absolutely.
So, what is the best advice you would give someone who is just starting to DJ?
Bet the best advice I'm gonna give to somebody who wants to DJ is one, DJing is not just playing music, you're more than just music. You have the voice, you're gonna have the range, you're gonna have the influence in order to do more. And that was one of my biggest things. So when I started DJing, I was like, this is a stepping stone. I could start an organization. So I started a nonprofit at Morgan and then went to Temple and went to Coppin, going to Towson. We got like three other schools is going to help black men. Then I was like, you know what? It doesn't stop here. I'm gonna have my own weekend. You feel me? Always look at yourself more than just a person who's playing music. You have influence. You can aspire. You can inspire the next wave of DJs, or you can inspire people to vote. You can inspire people to change the way they view black women. You can inspire. It's just so much more that you can do with just music. And I think D Nice showed that while we
Mhm.
were in quarantine. It's just so much more that you can do. So that'll be my biggest advice. Look at yourself more than just a DJ. Like it's a stepping stone. It's a way for us to just leverage our influence to make change. So yeah, just don't just look at yourself as just a DJ. Anytime somebody just tell you just a DJ, like, nah, I do more than that. I'm a vibe curator. I do more. Like you just more than that. Don't ever put yourself in that box. That's the best advice I can give somebody.
Okay, so thank you, by the way.
No problem. No problem at all.
Um, are you taking interns? And if so, can I be your intern?
Let's do it. I have four interns. So basically what we do is they help me on my day to day because I have a bunch of clients. So like my clients are like Quicksilver. I have a guy named David Corey, who's like a big time singer. I deal with people like Little Baby. I got off the phone with Little Baby yesterday with all my interns. I got people like G Herbo, and these are people I just give ideas for. So yesterday the conversation we had with Little Baby was he wanted to find a way to speak on the injustice, but he doesn't know how to vocalize it. So me and my interns literally get on a call with him and we'll be like, yo, honestly, nobody wants to hear you talk, just dump out a bunch of money because you get 200,000 per occasion. So that's what we told him. We were like, yo, it's a very sensitive place right now, and we're fearful that he's going to say the wrong thing. So me and my interns are just giving him advice. Like, look, you're just not going to say nothing. You're going to dump a bunch of money up. You're going to, support other people's causes, and you're just not going to talk. So that's what my interns do. And then when we have concerts, when I do Flow and Friends, you'll come to the concerts and you'll be in charge of making sure that the artists that we have at these shows get into their dressing rooms. They got their food, they got their water. They get from the dressing rooms to the stage. They perform back to their dressing rooms. So that's what my interns do. And they meet everybody. They meet every artist under the sun, Roddy Ricch, everybody. They cool with everybody for that. So yeah, we could absolutely do it. Whatever's in their age range too, because some of them be like, older events and stuff. But whatever we could fit you in, we could do it like AFRAM and all that type of stuff. We could fit you in there. Absolutely. Sign up. Let's do it.
Okay. So I am finished with my questions, but
okay.
Are there any questions that you have for me or anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah. So the last thing I want to say is one day I met Russell Simmons, and I only had 30 seconds to talk to Russell Simmons in the hallway as I'm escorting him into this auditorium. So I asked Russell, even though right now Russell's in hot water, but I asked Russell and I said, Russ, 30 seconds, what's the best advice you give me? He said, be a servant. Everybody's a servant. You give until you're needed. So whatever business you're in, you want to give until you're needed. So what I did was when I wanted to get into Baltimore, I understood that I would have to gain the trust of my peers and the people in the area. So I dedicated myself to community service. I dedicated myself to giving as much as I can. I signed up for the Mayor Block Party Tour. I did that for 3 years for free in the heat, 20 blocks a week, 20 blocks a summer. Jay Hill did it right after me. And we were out there every summer, 90-degree weather, every day. And I really put my work in for free. I really put a lot of work in, helped a lot of promoters, before I was on radio, I used to help Kelson and I used to give advice. I used to call people like, yo, I got this idea for you. I got this idea for you. I got this idea for you. To the point that people were like, yo, Flo, we need this idea. We need you to come to do this. Yo, the kids are looking for you to do this. And we're used to seeing you do this. So what can we do to bring you back? And now I'm like, now I'm like, all right, good. Now that I got you, I put my 3-4 years in. Now I need these resources, this resource, this bag, this budget, etc. So always be a servant. You're never not being a servant. No matter what part you are in your life, you are always serving people. Because at the end of the day, people are going to put you in that position, and that's a privilege. So you're always going to serve them. This is why celebrities are being canceled right now, because they don't realize they're servants. Mm-hmm. You're a servant to the fans. So we're all servants. So that'd be the biggest thing. Always serve, always give, never stop giving. And always keep giving until you need it. That's the last thing I can say.
Okay, I have one more question, right?
Oh, bad. Give it to me.
So, where can I find your contact information?
I'm pretty sure Mr. Rashad, he'll give it to you. He'll give you my email, everything, phone number, everything. So, then make sure you have it.
Okay.
I bet.
I'm finished. Thank you for your time and answering my question.
No problem. Welcome to Team Flow. We in.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Tia.
Great interview.
Wow.
That was great.
Man.
It was great. It was great. Flo, thank you so much. You gave us
no problem.
Nothing short of everything we expected. My goodness. As soon as she asked you about your name and you gave a disclaimer, I was like, oh gosh.
It's never a dull moment with me. Never.
Never a dull moment. Thank you so much for your time today.
No problem.
DJ Queen Alien. What can I say? You took the reins, you controlled this interview, and you got all the answers that you needed. And again, our scholars today, they did a phenomenal job. They really, really showcased that they are in this to win this. They are all media moguls. We are so proud of you. Tatiana, so proud of you. DJ Centillo, aka Emmanuel, so proud of you. And DJ Queen Alien, special thank you to all of our guests, Jay Hill, Camille, thank you so much. You represented and you definitely put on and let us know how you getting down so we continue to support you. And again, check out your music on all platforms. Jay Hill, I mean, what can I say? You out here making it happen. You are, eye on the prize, and we appreciate you, sir. So thank you so much. DJ Flo coming through just like everybody else, and dropping those gems. That's what it's all about, inspiring the youth. That's why we're here. That's why we are appreciative to the Youth Up Next platform. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Jimmy Thomas, the principal of the Media Rhythm Institute. Thank you so much.
Yo, my jaws are hurting, man. I am so proud, man. Like, my heart is full. Like, yo, man, you know, in these times right now, you know, for you all to take a pause, take a time out to sit down and talk to our young people. You know, even before Flo got on, he took us on a tour through Baltimore City. You know what I'm saying? And then when he got on, you know, he just, yo, we was in your home, man. Yo, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Jay Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate you, who Camille. These times are important because we train our young people to be professionals. They getting in these 10,000 hours now. You know, young lady Tatiana, she just got familiar with us because she found out about us online. She's in Virginia doing this interview. You understand? Then we got Emmanuel, who's had several of our classes, and he's in South Baltimore. And then you got Atia, who's a veteran who has started with us in Channel Me Media, well, in our rhyme. Then she got in Channel Me Media with me. She's sort of an introvert. I'm sure you all couldn't tell there because she rocked that interview, you know, and then she found out about I Spin and how to DJ. It was over. She came back to none of my Channel Me Media classes. She wanted to be a DJ. You know what I'm saying? So having this set up and having you all have these conversations with these young people is really speaking life into them. You know, spoke life into me. Like, I know on behalf of my business partner, Derek Murray, he's extremely proud. We are all extremely proud. You all are now officially MRI family. We look forward to working with you all, you know, in the future. You see I did that, Camille, MRI family. You know where that come from. You know where that come from. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you know, and with that said, Rashad, you know, Youth Up Next, Christine would be more me. Yo, thank you all for putting this together because man, this is key. This is important to our lovely and talented and very professional host, Nori. Man, thank you so much for stepping in. You know, you auntie, I'm uncle, and they know, you know, man, I know you was feeling good too, cause man, I couldn't, yo, I'm dead serious. My jaw's hurt right now from smiling so much. I appreciate y'all. With that said, DJ Queen Alien has special performance she about to do right now. She about to do a DJ set, and you about to hear some of the music for my young people throughout the city, because we have several different programs where we teach audio engineering, how to write songs. We have Channel Me Media where they learn video production, how to do interviews. We have Be More Than Dance where they are doing they learn how to dance. You know, y'all dance in Baltimore City. So our kids, they learn how to dance. Then we also have I Spin where they learn how to DJ. The most important thing about our programs is that the kids have an outlet to express themselves. That's the core of our programs. They have an outlet to express themselves. So with that said, are you ready, DJ Queen Alien? Yeah, she got on that mask too. I told you she was an introvert. She had the mask before COVID-19, and they say DJ Queen Alien. She don't like people to see her face. You ready? All right, let's get it. Get a little closer, mama. Yeah, so that's a Tia, aka DJ Queen Alien.
Yes,
Man,
I'll go.
man, yo, thank you all so much. Good job, Queen Alien. Hey, yo, I see you got that Queen Alien shirt over there. You getting that merch game up. I see you. I see you. I know that was Mama getting that merch game up. Hey, look, man, this is what it's about. Thank you to all our parents that pour life into these kids, because they always need a support system. And when you're talking about the arts, I understood where you was coming from, Camille, because we took him to see Spike Lee, and that's what he said. He was like, my son want to talk. He said, look, he was like, parents are the biggest haters when it comes to the arts. Help your kids, push your kids through with the arts. They just got to see you making money from it. That's all. Yeah. So look, thank you all for everything, Rashad, man. I'm gonna let you close out. Lastly, if you want to connect with us and connect with any of our kids, you can go to our website, mriprograms.org. You can find us on social media. If you're on Facebook, Media Rhythm Institute. If you're on any other social media, is MRI Programs. That's plural, MRI Programs. We love to connect with you. We're going to start up summer programming next month, July 7th. Yeah, man. Welcome to the MRI family, you all. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's been a blessing today. Y'all witnessed an amazing Youth Voice Amplified hosted by Media Rhythm Institute. Want to give again a special acknowledgments and highlight to our young people that led from their seats, led from their gaming chair, led from behind their DJ booth, from them just standing who they are, just showcasing their talents, their skill sets. Emmanuel, Tati, all of you all from Media Rhythm Institute, thank you all for just being great, walking in your purpose, inspiring, and knowing how to market, brand yourselves where the world hears you, we see you, and we value you. Media Rhythm Institute, thank you for always being one of the leading youth-focused organizations that's building capacity and leadership for our young people to showcase themselves. Our special guests, Jay Hill, Camille, DJ Flo, thank you all for taking time out to pour into our young people, have an honest conversation, showcasing, telling the world about your journey to where you began to where you are now. The world is watching, we are supporting, and we know we're going to see your names in bigger lights, on stars, and things of that sort. Continue being great. You have the support of Baltimore City Schools. You're now inducted into the Media Rhythm Institute. You're a part of the Youth Up Next family as well. Thank you all. For the audience that is watching, you have just experienced Youth Up Next Presents in collaboration with Be More Me, Media Rhythm Institute, and City Schools. Thank you all. And as we always close out, you are not just up next, you are up now because you matter, your voice matters, your life matters, and you are purposeful. Let's continue to be great. Let's continue to be more. Let's continue to show the world and rock the world. You all stay safe, stay blessed, and stay healthy. Remember, you are not alone. We're in this together, and the world will be a better place when we all speak up and do our part. Thank you all. Check us out this Friday for the Kickback Lounge. We are hosting Kwadwani Fidel, and today is his birthday. On Friday, we hosting Kwadwani Fidel, who's going to be talking about his book, Hummingbirds in the Trenches. It's a lot of us hummingbirds out there right now fighting from the trenches, and he's going to be talking about his newly debuted poetry EP, The Mud Was Made for Us. If you all have listened, it's on all streaming platforms. Download that, and let's have a good conversation with another giant in Baltimore this Friday for Kickback Lounge. You all just witnessed Youth Voice Amplified, the young people of Media Rhythm Institute. This is Youth Up Next, and we out. Stay blessed.
Yeah.